Good afternoon and welcome to Hope College inside DeVos Fieldhouse. I'm Carly Van Swal and a special guest today, my father, Paul Van Swal. Always exciting to have him here, and we can't think of a better way to end the first week in the new year of 2018 than with some Hope College Flying Dutch basketball. You are here today for the matchup between the Kalamazoo Hornets and the Flying Dutch. The Dutch come in at 13-0 overall and 4-0 in conference, while the Hornets come in at 5-7 overall and 2-2 in conference. We're going to have a go at in the center circle from Frankie Buchanan and number 15, Maya Gao for the Hornets, as that tip-off is won by the Dutch. Paul, today, if you're the Hornets, what are some assets that they have today that are going to help them in a hopeful victory against the Dutch?
Hopefully they're going to play together as a team. Their three-point shooting holds up because they're at a size disadvantage. They've only had 2 points in the last 2 games off fast breaks. So it'll be interesting to see if they can run their offense efficiently enough to counter Hope's size.
And we see a travel right there from Clark, who started off that kind of fast break with a steal. And if you're the Dutch, hoping to come out on a victory today, what are some things that you're going to use against the Hornets?
Well, I got to believe Coach Mo is going to demand the girls win the battle of the boards, considering their size advantage. And they're even taller at the guard, so they should even have clear looks at three-point shots over a smaller defender. And their stalwart defense, as usual, I'm sure Coach Mo will ask them to play it that way.
And that ball is tipped out of bounds with some great defense from the Hornets, and you can see that the whole bench is kind of pumped up about this game. If you're any team in the MIAA, even if you're 2-2 in conference right now, the Dutch are kind of the team to beat. As Jackie Schwartz will dribble around in the paint, and she'll take the shot, can't get it to go, and that one's rebounded from Simon.
Yeah, with Hope being ranked nationally in 2 different polls, 3rd in one and 4th in the other, this is a big mark on the KZoo calendar.
Cozell will do a nice shake and bake as she gets the first points of the game.
Remember coaching against Cozell in high school. She was a scorer back then, and she continues that tradition here. And
Newman, the freshman point guard, will get Hope's first bucket of the game with a nice, smooth three-point shot.
Defense fell back. She was open. Happy to see her take that.
This ball's handled by Simon, who passes it into Cozell again, who will go up for the shot. Rebounded, her second rebound of the night from Frazier, as Clark will take her turn at the drive and gets that point to go.
Wow, KZoo attacking the middle. The middle kills. If you're playing defense, you don't want anyone to get in the lane like that. And I like KZoo's fearlessness and bringing it right in there against the big girls.
Schwartz goes inside to Buchanan. Buchanan does a little move. Can't find the backboard to get that shot to go. Schoonveld will take the three-point shot, and that ball will be rebounded on the weak side from Go. And Simon,
wow,
with a nice spin move in the lane. This Kalamazoo team is not backing down from this Hope team as they lead 6-3.
Well, that's not normal Hope defense. KZoo getting right in the middle of the paint. Someone's got to cut him off from getting in there.
And that ball is stripped from Gears. As Clark will go against Gears, and that ball's tipped up from the Dutch. And Newman's going to be called for a foul.
So far, Hope Dutch women are a step slow on the offensive end and the defensive end.
So we're going to get the first subs of the day. Voskel and Randall for the Dutch will come in, as well as Swift and Tolbert, who's coming to the scorer's table. And then we're going to get number 23, Eliza McCall, for the Hornets. So this ball's taken out. This ball was taken out by number 34, Simon. It's tipped away from Schoonveld. This time, again, looks like Simon will take it out of bounds. Surveying her options, she'll go cross-court inbounds to McCall. Shot no good, but good rebound from Go. Simon heavily guarded against Tolbert. Ball moves up top. A lot of perimeter action. Shot clock at 14. Schoonveld with the steal against Clark. She hands off to Tolbert. Tolbert lurks to Swift. Finds Tolbert back around. Some passing on the three-point arc, and Schoonveld will get a 3 to tie this ball game up at 6-6.
Looks like the energy's increased for Hope. They did a much better job on that last Kazoo possession on defense.
Simon out to Clark on the three-point. Clark can't get it to go. The Dutch can't handle it, but Schoonveld will come away with the ball off the ground. Tolbert looks to push. She'll take her shot at a drive and sneaks that one in.
Tough move against two defenders. She had an open wing person but decided to take it herself.
The Hornets looking to slow things down a little bit more. Simon goes baseline, and she gets a nice baseline jumper to fall. Tolbert out to Swift. Ball passed around the arc. 15 seconds left on the shot clock, and Tolbert will force the 3 up, rebounded by Simon.
Looks like Kazoo's packing it a little bit in on the defensive end. Almost everybody who had the ball in the wing had their defender at least 2 steps back from them. Finally forced up a 3 there. I don't think she was quite in balance to take that shot.
We're going to see a return of Sierra Frazier, and Libby Muniz will take her first shot at the game for the Hornets. And we're going to see Mormon on the court for the Dutch.
Defensive pressure is getting ramped up for Hope. The middle is getting much harder to get into.
Vosco will swat that ball away to Tolbert. Tolbert will slow things up.
2 on 4. It was a good decision to pull it back out.
Mormon drives. She'll get stripped from Simon, but the Dutch recover. Randall up top goes to Swift. Swift fakes the shot. She'll drive. Gets swatted from behind from Simon.
Swifty ends up on the floor. No foul call. Thought she got her on the arm on the follow-through with that block.
Mormon will take the ball out on the baseline. 8-8 tied. Mormon finds Swift up top. Mormon goes inside to Vosco. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Goes for the left hand layup, but can't get it to fall, but she'll send herself to the free throw line for the first shots from the charity stripe today.
Great position by Vosco down low. Just needs to turn her head a little bit quicker on that left-handed attempt.
She'll make the first, and we'll see a return from Isabel Clark, who will give Simon a much-deserved break with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. That one will go off the back and rebounded from the Hornets. Muniz will take the ball up the court, guarded by Swift. She'll drive, goes baseline. Tolbert intercepts the pass, but that'll stay here for the Hornets.
Great help defense by Tolbert, dropping down on a rotation, get her arms out and deflect that pass.
This ball is inbounded to Kozel. She'll take the shot, misses. Good box out by Swift as she comes away with the rebound, passes it up to Tolbert. She'll find Mormon. Mormon goes baseline. Nice crossover move, can't get it to go. Rebounds her own shot, but misses again.
Thought she drew a little contact on that first attempt on the left hand. She was sneaky and brought it back into the defender, and the defender hit her arm, but no call.
Ball up top for the Hornets. Clark picks up her dribble. Tolbert steals. Tolbert looks to push. She's got a couple options, but she'll pull up from the free throw line, and she gets the jumper to go. 11-8 in favor of the Dutch.
Nice job by Erica there. Nice and balanced on her shot. Nice soft touch.
Tough defense from Swift. McCall will fake the shot. She goes cross court to Kozel. Kozel against Mormon, rebounded from Frazier. Hornets will reset as the shot clock resets, excuse me. Clark will drive, passes out to Muniz. Out to Kozel. We're going to get a foul call.
Up until that foul, the defense was really working hard. They're showing a lot more effort on the defensive end than they did in the first 4 minutes there.
Number 15, Maya Goff, will come back in. And we're going to see Gerber, Ashley Thomas, Gears come back in for Hope. That ball's airballed, rebounded from Goff. But Thomas will take that ball, and Tolbert will set up the Hope offense.
It's nice for Hope as they bring in another 6-foot wave of replacements to come in and play some good defense.
Gears wide open three, misses it. Good box out from Frazier to kind of put Thomas off balance and have a little bit help from her defense, but that ball will stay here. Selena King, Cincinnati, Ohio native, will come in for Erica Tolbert. Gears with the inbound. She goes up top to Gerber. King looks for Thomas, over the top lob pass. Good defense from the Hornets. They look to push.
Needed another foot and a half on that pass, and we get a steal going the other way.
Mormon with the great finish on the fast break.
Great anticipation by Norman to pick off that pass and a good finish.
Simon, who I missed, come back in the game, but she'll take the ball up the court against Mormon. She finds Muniz. Muniz with the spin move. Goes back to Simon. Ball passed around the arc. Final shot by Clark. That's going to be off the mark. And
really good ball movement by Kalamazoo there, but wasn't much of a shot.
Gerber with the inbound to Selena King. 13-8. Flying Dutch with 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Wow. Thomas with a nice finish with a lot of contact.
Tough move by Thomas. Wasn't even sure she knew where the hoop was, but beautiful bank shot.
Simon with the ball up top. Intercepted by Mormon again. Another steal for her. She looks to drive. Draws the foul, can't finish the shot, but she'll send herself to the line.
Mormon's really ramped up the pressure out top against the Kalamazoo guards. With her length out there at 6 foot, she's really causing some problems in the passing lane, and even the Kalamazoo guards trying to get past her on the dribble.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge asset of having someone like Mormon who can, as she misses that first shot, up there against guarding one of their point guards. I mean, that's huge. If you can keep up with it, you have the speed to stay with those guards, keep your feet out, and harass them with your length and tenacity. It's a huge asset for Hope to have as Schoonveld subs back in.
Absolutely. A 6-foot defender who can stay with 5'7", 5'8" guards. That's quite the asset. And she's only a freshman. You're going to have her 3 more seasons. That's the really good news.
Another freshman, Kennedy Schoonveld, out there guarding the guards at 5'10". This freshman class this year is probably one of the best we've had in a long time as Schooney tips that ball out of bounds. But you have Voskel, you have Thomas, you have Schoonveld, you have Gerber as a freshman, Mormon's a freshman.
Right, you got serious length in that freshman class, and they're all playing.
Yeah. Newman, you got your point guard. Your starting point guard for this team is a freshman.
Yeah. It's really exciting to see, and how well they're playing already as freshmen, being undefeated in this season. Speaks a lot for their class.
Yeah, exactly. As Selena King will drive this one off the backboard. Thomas with the rebound. She's double teamed, looks out to Gerber. Gerber will drive for the left hand off the side of the backboard. The Hornets will recover.
The shorter Kalamazoo defenders have been really good at closing up the space and getting into the legs of the post players for Hope. And even though they're shorter, they make it impossible for the Hope player to jump and elevate and get their shot off.
Kozel with the shot as it's 16-10 with about 33 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Selena King's going to be wide open from the three. A foot behind the line, but King does not care. She is a go-to three-point shooter for this team, and she's showing it here today.
Love that confidence, Carl, coming off the bench, getting your first really good look, and you're a foot behind the line, but no problem taking a shot.
9 seconds left. Shot clock's off. Simon throws one up. I'll take it as a pass out to Muniz as Goff will take a shot. Schoonveld with a good box out as the clock is winding down. And that'll do it for the first quarter, 19-10. The Flying Dutch come out on top for that quarter. And I'll give you a little bit of an update. We got the Calvin Alma game, and it looks like it's 9-6 in favor of Calvin right now, as they're still in their first quarter of play. And then a little previous game action that we had for the Dutch. They defeated Trine just on Wednesday, last year's league champion, 57-46 at the Thunder's first game in their field house. Gears came away with the high score of 13, her third consecutive game in double digits, and her 8 first half points helped the Flying Dutch build a 32-23 lead at halftime. Voskel, who made her first career start due to an injury from Buchanan. Buchanan's back out on the court tonight, but not playing the normal minutes that she normally does. But Voskel recorded her first double-double by grabbing a career high of 15 rebounds and scoring 10 points. Thomas came off the bench to add 11 points and 5 rebounds, and then junior guard Swift chipped in 7 points off the bench. And that is 11 different players played at least 9 minutes for Hope during that game. And a quick recap for Kalamazoo, who picked up another MIAA road win with a 57-45 victory over Elma on Wednesday. Isabel Clark with her career-high performance of 17 points. And Simon had 14 rebounds to go along with 8 points. Kozel and Muniz also scored in double figures for the Hornets with 12 and 10 points respectively. So both teams coming off a win into this game, which is exciting for both teams.
Huge win for Hope against Trine, the last year's MIAA champions. That's a big win in their building.
Yeah, it definitely sets Hope up well, as a lot of defense coming out strong for Hope, as looks like Muniz will take a shot, rebounded from Gears.
Great box out by Gears. Had to battle 2 players for that rebound. Showed a lot of toughness there.
Newman up top will set up the offense. She's got Gears, Thomas, Gerber, and Schoonveld as options. Gears will drive in the paint. She pulls up and gets the little bunny to go.
You're going to hear it a lot today, Carl, but the middle kills. She got right to the middle, and defense fell back. Nice little 10-foot jumper.
21-10 to start off the second quarter. Simon looks in to McCall with a nice cut. Can't get it to fall, but Gerber with the rebound, and Newman with the ball for the Dutch.
Hope's doing a much better job of forcing Kazoo into tougher shots, and it's paying off.
Hope mostly staying out behind the arc. Looks like we're going to get an offensive foul on Thomas.
I missed that one. She wasn't screening anybody. She must have involved her elbows.
I think that's what it was. I think it was a push off down in the paint. Simon, guarded by Newman, will take the ball up the court for the Hornets. Yuna's out on the arc. She'll take the shot. Excuse me, that was Kozel.
She's not shy. She's getting up a shot a minute, it looks like.
Yeah, Kozel up to 6 points right now, the most for the Hornets. Newman drives. She'll pull back. Finds Gerber. Gerber looks for her chance at a 3. A little bit flat.
Yep, not great rotation on that, and you're right. It was a little bit flat, which decreased the possibility of the ball going in the hole.
Kozel out to Muniz on the 3, but that 3's off the mark as Thomas with the rebound finds Newman. Guarded heavily by Simon. Swung around up top. Skip pass to Newman, just a little bit hard from Schoonveld, so Newman can't get her hands on it, but we're going to get a sub for Thomas, and looks like Gerber as Jacqueline Schwark and Frankie Buchanan come in.
Back to the original post players. See if they can bring some energy. They didn't have it the first time they came out on the floor.
Inez with the ball. And that ball's off the mark from Goff. She was wide open after Schwark tried to hedge that screen and kind of left her man hanging. About 7:10 left to go in the second quarter as Newman will try to get her shot as an up and under, and that'll be off the mark. Hornets ball.
She got too deep on that one. She was actually underneath the basket when she went up for the shot. Should have probably shot that on her step before that one. Last time down, the defensive energy was quite high, so we'll see if they can keep that up this time.
Yeah, one of the key factors for Hope is they just have so many players that if you tell a girl they'll be subbed out in 2-3 minutes, they can give all they got because they know someone on the bench is going to have that same amount of energy and the same amount of skill set to give that same defensive pressures. We're going to get another basket from Kozel.
That was a tough shot on a bad angle, and yet she got it in. That showed some skill.
In the paint to Buchanan, she's double teamed. She'll find Gears out at top. Schoonveld fakes the shot. She'll drive. Little 2-foot pass to Buchanan. Buchanan heavily guarded down in the paint, and she'll draw the foul.
Good thing Frankie's so strong, went up against 4 players there, and 2 of them reached in on her, but she was strong enough to get the ball above her head, and so they could call the foul. One of the few times a 2-foot pass actually paid off.
Yeah, Buchanan, not likely for her to not have any points in this second quarter.
Well, you can see how they're concentrating on Frankie. Whenever she's getting the ball, they're throwing at least 2 girls at her. So now we got to kick the ball out of the post end and move it around the top and hopefully get a wide open 3 out of there if they're going to double her in the post.
Buchanan missed the first. Big bend, and she'll get the second to fall as she's now on the scoreboard.
Hey, but you would happily take it if you knew you're going to be up 22-14 and Frankie's only got 1 point at this point.
6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Simon picked up her dribble, finds Goff up top.
Frankie with the pressure all the way out top, 30 feet from the basket, forces her into a bad pass. When your bigs play that hard out top, that's inspirational.
Yeah, it looked like Goff kind of panicked a little bit. I mean, I probably would panic too if I saw Frankie Buchanan coming my way, but.
And she's thinking, I'm 30 feet from the basket. What are you doing out here?
Right, exactly. Schoonveld uses the pick from Buchanan, and we're going to get a foul call on Goff.
Goff's getting tired. They keep throwing 6-footers at her, and they keep coming in fresh. And here we just had a turnover by her, and now she had a silly foul out top on a block.
But you got to give her a lot of credit. I mean, I have not. Every time a shot goes up, she's boxing someone out, and that's one of our biggest pet peeves between you and me is boxing out. Is that shot is off the mark.
Right.
But you got to give her credit. She's been in almost this entire game against, like you said, a lot of tough players, and she's done a phenomenal job so far. Holding Buchanan to 1 point is an accomplishment in itself. Is that ball is up from Kozel. Just. Wow.
Call your banks. Call your banks. I don't think she meant to do that.
Hey, if it goes in, that's all that matters at this point. 22-17. Right. Kalamazoo is shrinking the lead for Hope as Jacqueline Schwark will take a 3 off the mark. Buchanan with the rebound. Finds Newman up top. Gears looks to drive. Gets stuck. Finds Schwark. Schwark will pick for Gears. Gears to drive, kind of hesitates, but she'll get the shot to fall.
Nice patience by Gears, working around the defense and putting up a good shot.
So 24-17, the Dutch in the lead, but a lot of props to the Hornets who have kind of diminished that lead a little bit. And as we have a timeout, we just would love to give a huge thank you to our sponsors, Lawrence, and Vanderswart for all they do for us here at Hope College. You'll see them on T-shirts that we have around here. They allow us to have this broadcast and do what my dad and I are doing today and giving us the opportunity to broadcast together. So we thank you. We thank them. A big thank you for all the opportunities that they give us here at Hope College. I guess, Dad, if you're Kalamazoo right now with just less than 5 minutes left to go in this second quarter, what is your game plan to try to almost take the lead from Hope to go into the locker room to give yourself kind of a boost for the second half.
KZoo coach has got to be happy with their effort. They are playing hard. I'm not sure how much more you can ask from them. A few more shots to fall down. There was a couple trips there with, 7-8 minutes to go that they jacked it up a little too quickly. But even there, they get a nice open look. 3, you can't design it much better. You just got to knock the shot down because Hope's will wear you down with the size that they have and the athletes that they have. And so you got to shoot a high percentage against Hope to have a chance to win.
Right, and Kozel, who just missed the shot, is not one you want to leave open a lot of times, as Voskel will miss that one, pass along the arc. Tolbert will shoot the 3, in and out. Rebounded from Simon. This one's out to Muniz.
A couple decent chances there for Hope, weren't able to finish, and Swifty draws the foul.
Good spin move from Muniz.
I like how KZoo keeps attacking. I mean, she had one girl between her and the basket, and she took it right to Swifty and drew the foul.
Looks like 16-15. The Knights are up on Alma with about 5 minutes left to go in their second period. So we're going to get a sub. Maya Goff will come back into this game for the Hornets and give Sierra Frazier a well-deserved break. With about 4 minutes left to go in our competition here today.
Yep. Frazier was giving maximum effort for many, many minutes there.
Tolbert up top. She dribbles, tries to set up a play, finds Voskel, who goes right back to her.
Hope's out of sync that whole possession, trying to get things together, and then a traveling call out top. Nobody was on the same page on that possession.
Yeah, Coach Mo looks a little bit upset on that one. Rightfully so. 24-18, still in the Dutchess' favor.
It wasn't that egregious of a travel either. We've seen some travel calls this year that weren't made on things a lot worse than that. Swifty on the break.
Well, missed shot by the Hornets gave Swift a chance at a fast break. She doesn't get it to fall, but foul by Muniz.
Paybacks for about a minute earlier when Muniz did it to Swifty. Swifty took it right at her with only one girl between her and the basket and drew the foul.
Got to be her second foul on the day. Swift gets the first to fall to make it 25-18 and her first points of the game. And she'll go 2 for 2.
Swift with perfect rotation and balance. Those are 2 good-looking free throw shots.
Simon against Mormon. Thomas will kick that ball out of bounds. So it'll stay here for the Hornets. Kozel will take the ball out. Instantly goes to Simon. Ball's passed out of bounds. So it'll be Hope ball. Thomas will take it out to Tolbert. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. 26-18. Pick from Voskel. Tolbert won't use it. Nice look from Thomas up top to Voskel down low.
A little bit of high-low action there with Voskel taking her time, being a little patient on her move. She waited for the defender to fly past her and then stayed balanced and finished strong.
Yeah.
Hope's causing problems with their length, with the 3 6-footers on the floor, all with long arms.
Yeah, Hope looked like they moved to a little bit of a zone defense there.
I like this D. You got 3 tall girls out there with long arms creating havoc. This is such a great card for Coach Mo to play at this point. KZoo's a little tired, and now you bring all that length and speed out onto the floor, and you're really challenging KZoo both mentally and physically with that kind of defense.
Yeah, and definitely a good thing to practice as we're starting to get in more of that conference play as leading up to the tournament time, and to have that kind of defense in your back pocket to kind of whip out whenever you need it is huge.
Be a great change of pace defense against really good teams at tight moments where you can run this group out there and challenge them, like I said, physically and mentally. It's something they haven't shown yet in this game, and for the offensive team to adjust to it quickly and efficiently, that's a lot to ask. So great move here by Coach Mo. I love this kind of chess work on the defensive end, changing defenses like this, making the offense really think their way through a possession.
And we saw it against the last time we broadcasted together, the Hope-Finlandia game, how Finlandia, obviously not the team that you would expect to kind of give Hope a run for their money, but in the first half they did, and they threw 3-4 different defenses out against Hope, and Hope was frazzled. So for Hope to have that in their back pocket is huge. So that ball's passed around, and Thomas looks for the three. Bosco just using her height will get the rebound. Swift with the up and under. Can't get it to fall, but that ball is rebounded from Kozel.
Perfect example of Bosco's size advantage. Just reach right over the top without going over the back and tip the ball to herself. But
Kozel, yeah, love the confidence from her. She wanted that ball. She knew the moment that she got it that was going in, so got to love that confidence.
They've closed it to 7 here. Hope hasn't been that efficient on the offensive end.
Yeah, Kozel gives herself 14 points. Thomas with a nice shake and bake, and she'll get that one to go.
Beautiful spin move, and Carl, you know how I love the lefty finish from the left-hand side. That is the way to do it. Couldn't draw it up any better. Kozel from downtown.
A little bit of a heat check, but that's okay.
Hey, she must think she's in range on 8th Street.
We're going to get a 2-point basket from Eliza McCall. She'll bring it to 30-23 with about 1:20 left to go. That'll be McCall's first 2 points of the day. Mormon will drive. Once again, it's just that height. Kalamazoo's in pretty good defensive position, but when you got the height and you can just go over everybody, it's kind of hard when you're the defender.
Yeah, that was a great no call because the defender was actually set up underneath the basket and inside the circle, so there's no chance for an offensive foul then. And Mormon with a great, strong finish with her head up. And now great defense on this side.
Oh, but Simon strips it away.
Yep, just as I was saying, she did a great job. She brought the ball below her waist, and that lets the smaller guards attack you, and that's exactly what happened. And then
yeah, that's the one thing as a big that you don't want to do on a rebound is bring it down to everybody else's level.
And then in frustration, she quickly fouls the girl on the follow-up shot. So.
Simon, who brings herself to 5 points, has had a great game and has done a phenomenal job against Hope's guards, as Randall and Buchanan will sub back in, as well as Gears and Schoonveld. It's not a normal substitution unless Hope has a full change in the lineup.
I'm thinking Coach Mo wants a good offensive possession here in the last 46 seconds. So bring back almost the whole starting 5.
Right. King and Randall, the 2 exceptions to that, as that ball's passed around up top.
There it is.
Buchanan with a fake pick goes to drive, fouled by Simon.
Slipped that screen perfectly. Frankie read that wonderfully and just went right to the basket and got the ball delivered. Wish she had tried to get that ball up on the glass there, but
Buchanan 1 for 2 on the day. Brings herself to 2 and 3. 33-24, 35 seconds left. Buchanan can't get that one to fall. Rebounded from Goff.
Frankie's free throws are looking a little flat today.
A little bit of a difference between the game clock and the shot clock. About 4-ish seconds. A lot of pressure from the defense as Goff is up top. Simon with 9 seconds left to go. She's got to make a move. She'll drive, kicks out, mishandled from McCall. So Hope will have 8 seconds, shot clock shut off to make something happen.
That'll show you what pressure on the ball does against an offense. That hurried up KZU that entire possession.
And Simon just giving King a run for her money and will get the points. And the last points of the half is Simon is just pumped up. So she'll bring the total to 33-26.
She gave her more than a run for her money. She gave her a forearm and then just took
Yeah.
the ball away from her. No call.
Yeah, Coach Mo a little unhappy about that.
But Kazoo here, nice little run at the end of the half here. Their effort was just tremendous through that whole half. Consistent. Some of their shots didn't get knocked down, but they had good looks. Only got rushed a few times, and here they are, 33-26. Got to believe they're pretty happy with that.
So we'll go into the halftime at 33-26, and the Knights and Alma are already in halftime, so 21-18 in favor of the Knights, and we'll be back in action in about 14 and a half minutes. Welcome back as you are here for the matchup between the Hope College Flying Dutch and the Kalamazoo Hornets. As we get the second half action underway, and Hope will start off with the ball as Newman pass it off to Schoonveld. Gears is up top. Wide open three, can't get it to go, but tipped out of bounds by the Hornets. We're getting a little bit of some first half action stats as Kalamazoo came in with their field goal percentage at about 35%. Hope with about 38%. 3-point for Hope is 27% now after that Gears missed three, and 22% for the Hornets. The turnovers, Kalamazoo Hornets have 10 and Hope has 8 as Frankie Buchanan draws the foul off that shot in the paint. In total rebounds, Kalamazoo has 19 and Hope has 24, so not as many as Hope normally has, and Kalamazoo staying close with the Dutch in that statistic there, which is a huge one on the game.
Frankie's still struggling with her free throws. Looked like it was a concerted effort on that possession to get the ball inside to Frankie. She's going to have an advantage against anybody she's playing down there. That one's much better. Great rotation.
So Buchanan about 50% from the free throw line today. And kind of an interesting stat, probably the most intriguing one for me, is the bench points, as Kalamazoo only has 3 points off the bench and Hope has 21 points off the bench.
That's the story for KZoo. I think in the last 2 games for them, their bench has only contributed 12 to 14 points entirely for both games. So probably about 7-8 points a game that they contribute. Right.
And Clark will get that ball to go as Frankie Buchanan's triple team finds Newman back out on top, who finds Gears. Gears over to Randall. Randall finds Newman wide open again from the three-point line, and she'll sink that one.
She was ready that time, Carly. The first time Frankie kicked it out to her, a little out of balance, so she wisely did not take the shot. But when you pitch it into Frankie, and that time they quadruple teamed her, she's got to be ready to shoot that when Frankie kicks it out.
And if you're going to quadruple team someone, you got to be able to have some quick rotation back on that defense, as that three-point attempt is missed from the Hornets. As the Dutch pass this ball around up top, Randall will drive out to Schoonveld. Schoonveld chooses to drive. Gets stuck, finds Randall. Randall cross court to Gears. Gears sinks that three. A little bit of a hand in her face, but not much pressure from Simon.
She came off a screen down low and came around top, and you could tell that she was ready to go when she was going to catch the ball. She was ready to shoot it.
So 40-28, Hope starts to pull away with about as this ball's driven down low from Simon. Simon fakes the pass, clangs off the back part of the rim, and Hope will rebound. Looks to push, finds Buchanan running coast to coast, and beautiful hustle by Buchanan.
Yeah, quick timeout by the KZoo bench. Yeah, that's trouble when your big is beating the opponent's big up the floor. KZoo College has got to rally her girls here, because if Frankie's going to run that hard and play this hard, the energy level from the beginning of the game or first couple of minutes in the game to this start of the second half is a big change. And if she's going to play that hard, it's going to be a long afternoon for the Kalamazoo team.
Oh, yeah, it's very much different. And it's hard for the Hornets when they don't have a lot of subs off the bench coming out to play. And Hope's ran a lot. I mean, there's still 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to go, so there hasn't been that much time wasted in this second quarter, but a lot of fast break motion and movements, and it's going to be hard for the Hornets to keep up with that.
Yeah, I think the Hornets only played 8 players in that first half, and
Hope played everyone except 2.
Yeah, and so
this ball is taken up by Simon. Simon finds Kozel. Kozel picks up her dribble, needs help. Finds Clark, and then number 15, Maya Goff, will get a nice little baseline jumper to fall.
Maya Goff from Granville. That's a tough program there. The girls play hard. That was a beautiful baseline shot.
Gears with another 3, in and out. Buchanan, though, with a nice rebound. Can't finish.
Frankie put it in her right hand. Probably should have finished that one left-handed, but man, her energy level is just night and day from the beginning of the game.
Simon just kind of throws that one up, but she'll draw the foul. That foul will be on Lauren Newman. That's her second foul in the day. Second foul of the half. Simon will miss the first, and we're going to get a couple subs for the Hornets. Number 14, Muniz, will make another appearance, as well as Eliza McCall will make another appearance off the bench as well. A little update on the men's basketball. Hope is losing to Kalamazoo 40-32 with about 18 minutes left to go in the second half, as Kozel will intercept the pass. Finds Simon crashing towards the middle. Can't get it, but she'll find it again. She'll force up a shot from the baseline. Good weak side rebound from Schoonveld, and she's ready to go. Schoonveld looking to go coast to coast. Finishes it and draws the foul.
Scooney with an energetic play there, taking it coast to coast, and a strong finish, splitting the two defenders at the end. Yeah, this starting five's energy level is just so much different from the beginning of the game.
And this isn't even the full starting five because Randall started.
Yep.
Or started the second half at least, excuse me.
Yeah, instead of Jacket, yeah.
Gears with a three, once again off the mark.
We've had three good-looking three-point shots now in the second half. None of them have gone, but they've looked good out of the hands of the Hope shooters.
Pick from Goff for Simon, but Newman sticks with. Tough defense from Newman. She'll find Goff on the baseline, so nice look from Simon to Goff.
Goff looks like she's got that shot memorized. That's two in a row there. But Hope is making it much harder for the KZoo players to get into the middle, into the lane there. They're working harder to get there.
Ball up top, but finds the middle to Buchanan. Buchanan only one-on-one, so her easiest post-up move of the night.
That was unique because actually when she caught the pass, there were two defenders on her, and then the one left her, and Frankie immediately realized that and then went left-hand, good left-hand finish there.
Yeah, there's good defense by Goff, but not a whole lot else she could have done, as Muniz will throw up that three, rebounded from Buchanan.
Yep. And it was a great read by Frankie to see that second defender drop off of her. And now push a great rebound, strong rebound against two KZoo offensive players, and pushes the ball up floor for an easy two.
And Gears, another one that is not foreign to the no man's land jump shot. We'll get that one to fall. Muniz against Gears. She'll drive. That ball is tipped, rebounded from Buchanan, passed up to Newman, who pushes it up to Schoonveld. She trips a little bit, so she'll take it back out to Newman, who's wide open. Can't get it to fall. Beautiful box out from Goff, but Gears tries to take it away, but she'll get called for the foul.
Gears guilty of a reach down there. That one always troubled me as a coach. You're 90 feet away from the opponent's basket with them. No opportunity to score, and yet you foul them.
So we're going to get a couple subs out here, so bear with me as I take a minute to try to make sure I get everybody. We're going to get Frazier for the Hornets, and looks like number 30, Georgie Andrews, will make her first appearance for the Hornets. And we're going to get Tolbert, Schwark, Swift, Mormon, and Voskel for the Dutch. Swift will intercept that pass intended for Frazier.
Great second rotation by Swifty there to steal that pass. Now shooting the three.
Wide open. Fouls her rebound, so definitely what you want to see from a player who takes a shot. So good foul by Swift. This ball's passed around on the arc. She'll fake the shot and look inward to Voskel.
Voskel got bailed out down there. She was in no man's land. No chance to bank the shot, and yet was strong enough to draw the foul.
That'll be Sierra Frazier's third foul on the night, so she's got to be careful. 48-32 in favor of the Dutch, make that 49-32 with about 4 minutes and 19 seconds left to go. Danielle Simon will come back into the game for Kozel. But Frazier has been a huge defender for this Hornets team against all of Hope's bigs, Voskel, Thomas, Buchanan, Schwartz, so she's definitely one that the Hornets don't want to see foul out, so she'll have to be cautious.
Be interesting to see if she adjusts her game a lot, because she has been physical with the bigs of Hope, and that's paid off for her. But now with 3 fouls, she's going to be risking putting herself in jeopardy if she plays that style yet.
Clark tried to drive amongst the trees of the Dutch, can't get it to fall, so Hope will come away with it. Swift will drive baseline. She'll draw the foul off of Isabel Clark.
Got a half a hip ahead on that, and she went to finish strong, and because of her strength, she drew the foul.
Clark's second foul on the night. Swift misses the first.
Maybe a little bit rushed there. It was good rotation, but we'll see if she makes an adjustment on the second one.
Another quick update about men's basketball. Hope and Kalamazoo now tied at 43 with about 14:57 left to go in the second half, as Swift will get the second to fall to make it 50-32.
Much better balance for Swift on that second free throw.
Andrews will dribble, somehow loses her defenders, almost turns it over, but Simon comes to save, and they'll get a three-pointer by Clark.
Nice looking shot by Clark. Hope was scrambling on defense, putting a lot of pressure in. Kazu with a good swing pass to get an open shot.
Mormon with a lot of space to shoot the three, but a little bit rushed. Voskuhl just patting the stat book, misses the first, but Grant gets the rebound, and she'll make the second.
What's great about Voskuhl, she does not bring the ball back down to her waist on that rebound. She kept it up high, and the defense cleared, and she was able to finish even after missing that first one. But so many young players, and she only being a freshman, it's a great deal that she knows enough to keep the ball up high where the smaller KZoo defenders can't get to her. Great fundamentals.
Kozel and Goff will come back into the game for the Hornets, and I got to believe if you're Voskuhl, after probably a lot of times in high school bringing it down to your waist, you're probably sick of being hacked down there. So.
Well, I know when we played her, that's what we did against her. Anytime she brought it down to her waist, we told our girls to go after her hard.
Good move by Kozel. She brings her total to 16 points on the day. An intercepted pass from Clark. She's just got to go against Tolbert. She'll finish left-handed.
Clark with a great start to her second half with a 3, a steal, and a bucket.
Looks like a big spurt of energy for the Hornets. They'll need a big defensive stop here. Schwartz surveys her option, finds Tolbert. Tolbert to Swift. Swift out to Mormon. Mormon will try to drive. A little bit of a spin move, not good enough move to draw the foul, so she'll turn it over, and Kozel will look to push to Andrews. Schwartz goes for the pass, but will foul instead.
Jackie's up, that's good, because she was right against the bleachers down there.
Jacqueline Schwartz, a key leader for this Hope team as a senior leader. Very outspoken, very encouraging, always positive. I've had the chance to work with her at the Dow Gym, and she's just a great person to be around. And she is one tough cookie, but she is a big who doesn't foul a lot. I've never seen her get more than 2 fouls in a game. In most games, she comes away with no fouls.
Well, I think Jackie's quickness surprises people. They take a look at her, and they don't realize how athletic and how quick she is. Look at it right there.
Right there, she's just proving our point.
Right on cue. Taking it to a smaller, what should be a faster player, and Jackie went right around her like she was a fence post.
Simon will kick out to Kozel, who's completely open, but looks like Kozel will charge.
That's a delayed call. I don't know if something happened on the floor there.
Yeah, it looks like it right after the pass. It looks.
But I thought Voskuhl was actually in the circle on that, so it could be a charge.
So Hopewell inbound. A little update from your Calvin Alma game. Calvin's up 38-26 with looks like about 3 minutes left to go in their third quarter.
Looking forward to that Calvin Hope women's game next Saturday, Carl. That's going to be really fun.
And Selena King in her natural habitat sinks another one from downtown. It is amazing work. I should sound more excited. I'm just very impressed by her abilities, and it's not shocking to me that she sinks. In other words, she gets a heat check, and she goes again.
She's literally 2 feet away from the bench. She's standing on the O of the
court.
It says of the word coat. So she's at 22 feet out there, 23 feet out there. I think the bench could reach out and touch her.
Oh yeah, Selena King. Mentioned earlier, native from Cincinnati, Ohio. Not exactly what competition it was, but she is a winner of a 3-point competition. So not shocking in that aspect either. It is 60-39 in favor of the Dutch with about 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go. We're going to have a timeout, and we're going to take another chance to thank our awesome sponsors, Lawrence and Vanderswart, for all they do for us here at Hope College and just making all this possible, and all the support and opportunities that they give to Hope College and students of Hope College like me on a daily basis. So we're very thankful for them and very thankful to have Lawrence and Vanderswart in our Hope community. So this timeout wraps away, 60-39. What do you think has been the key for Hope that has just kept Kalamazoo kind of out of that reach of diminishing this lead even more?
Well, as we've mentioned a couple times already, their energy level is so much different from the beginning of the game when KZU was sticking close. But that's the tendency of Hope, isn't it? You send wave after wave of fresh bodies in there, and they wear down the opponent. And then you got people like Selena King coming off the bench.
Right.
And everybody who's come off the bench has done a good job. They're ready to go. That's one thing Coach Mo does so well with his bench players are ready to go the instant they're in the game.
And Schwark will stick with the ball, but she'll be called for an out of bounds, so that is going to stick with the Hornets as Danielle Simon will take the ball out of bounds on the baseline. She'll inbound to Kozel.
Kozel had a triple screen set for her.
She'll miss the shot. King will take the ball up the court with about 44 seconds left to go. Russell makes her first appearance in the game as she dishes it down to Schwark. Beautiful bounce pass and beautiful finish from Schwark.
Beautiful pocket pass. Jackie with a great catch and the left-hand finish on the left side. Gotta love it. Couldn't draw it up better than that.
Simon against Russell. Good defense from Russell, keeping those hands out so she doesn't get a foul. That ball goes out of bounds and will be the Dutch ball.
Yeah, Russell made herself look so much bigger than what she actually is by having her arms out, playing great position defense on that, and forced her into a rushed shot.
Yeah, Russell just has such quick feet, and defense is definitely one of her strong suits on this team. We got to give her props there. She'll drive baseline, find Freeberg, who makes her first appearance of this game, and King with another three-pointer. Holy cow, King's on fire as she gets that last three-pointer to go before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, but got to credit Freeberg with that extra pass. It was a great recognition that she's got Selena, who's hot, in the corner and ready to go. So beautiful swing pass to her. But
yeah, my apologies that I missed Freeberg and Russell both come in at that last timeout.
But it started with a Russell drive on the opposite side, and she got to the baseline, and the defense had to react. So then it was a kick out to Freeberg, and then a beautiful swing pass. And that should be Coach Mo's offense for the next few minutes. If you see Selena, get her the ball.
Right. So that officially means that every single one of Hope's players have gotten in the game, which is not a surprise. That is a typical thing to happen for this Dutch offense. And our leading scorers so far as we head into this fourth quarter is Emily Kozel with 16 points, and Selena King with her three-pointers has brought her to 12 points for this Hope team. Both Clark and Gears have 9, and Danielle Simon and Buchanan each have 7. So kind of our top 3 for each team.
Yeah, and I think Frankie, only had 1 point or 2 points at halftime?
Yep.
So a little upsurge there. But let's not skip over the fact that Coach Mo has played 15 players. That is not easy to do. He trusts them all, and the great thing is he and his staff have every one of these girls ready to play when they hit the floor. That's one of the most amazing things to them. There is no drop-off in effort, and everybody is playing smart.
So Russell will force her baseline, but the help from Buchanan will allow for a block on her part. King will slow down the offense, pressured by Simon.
Great handles by King, too, on top. Through the legs a couple times to lose her defender.
Buchanan up top, finds Russell. 13 seconds left to go on the shot clock.
It's a bottleneck downstairs, and they're really throwing Selena down in there. Beautiful.
Thomas can't finish, but nice move. Good defense from Goff with the help from Frazier. It looks like Frazier was kind of the main one, and Goff kind of came in with the help.
Thomas just has to get her head around a little quicker on that post move that she had, but fundamentally it was pretty good.
Foul there.
Got caught in no man's land, but made the best of it. Switched to the left hand, so it's closer to the defender, and it makes the defender more likely to foul, which is what happened.
It'll be on, looks like Emily Kozel. It'll be her first foul of the day. Thomas will sink the first.
First foul with 16 points for Kozel.
Kozel's just kind of an energizer bunny is kind of how I would describe her. She has not run out of energy this entire game and has played the vast majority of it as Thomas sinks the second.
Yeah, if you watch her on defense, she's still bouncing on the balls of her feet when she's playing defense, which typically you don't see out of a scorer. You know, they usually relax on the defensive end. This is going up. You can tell. She hadn't taken a shot in a minute or two, so you knew it was going to go up when she got it.
Hope with the rebound. Russell handles it. She'll pass it off to King.
I'm impressed with how Selena's running the team from the point guard position. Well, that's going up.
King just wants to show that she's hot today, so she'll add 15 points.
Yeah, that's pretty good offense. Swing it once to Frankie and then, fake driving and pop out yourself and then hit a 23-footer.
She's now 5 for 5 on the three-point end. Another rebound from Russell on that weak side. She chooses to take it herself this time.
Wide open.
Freeberg misses the shot.
Wish Freeberg had followed her shot there. She would have had a layup had she followed her shot.
Clark up top, guarded by King. About 8 minutes left to go. 70-41.
And Kayla knocks her down on that shot, and no foul call, but she swished it.
We're going to get a timeout, looks like, from Coach Mo. It looks like Gerber's going to sub in, and looks like Voskel is as well. So 70-41, 7:55 left to go. Your update, I'm trying to see the scoreboard for the Calvin-Alma game. Looks like it is 48 Calvin and 36 Alma. So Calvin's still holding on the lead with about 8 minutes to go in their fourth quarter. Your men's basketball update, I just missed it on the screen, but it came back, thankfully. Still tied 54-54 with 9:37 left to go in the second half.
Love to see a huge crowd here next Saturday for that Hope Calvin game.
Yep.
Orange, blue, and white coming out here and supporting the girls as they go up against their arch rival.
And the guys will face Calvin on Wednesday, January 10th here at DeVos Fieldhouse. So a big rivalry week for Hope next week.
Be great with the students back in town. Hopefully we have a lively game and week next week.
Right. Gerber misses the shot, but Clark goes for the rebound, and she'll tip it out of bounds because she can't handle it. Munoz will sub in, and Clark will get a well-deserved break, and Russell will take the ball out on the baseline. Lob pass to Voskel. She misses the bunny. Hope sticks with. Russell kind of sneaks in from the baseline to get the rebound. She'll drive, and she'll sink it. Nice, good finish from Russell.
Nobody came out on her when she got the rebound. She turned and faced the basket, and all she had to do was split the defenders. There's a walk, total. But a nice job by Russell there. Big finish.
Gerber will take the ball out for the Dutch. Finds King. Gerber looks for Voskuhl, will miss her, goes back to King. King looks to drive, showing that she can shoot the three, and she can do it. She's just kind of smooth. It's not like she's the quickest player out there. She doesn't move really fast on her drives, but she's just smooth with her finishes.
Carly, that was textbook. She's hit 5 threes, so what does the defense do? They jump on her when she's on the three-point line. Patient, goes to the hoop, and a beautiful left-hand finish on that drive. That was gorgeous.
This has got to be as
Kozel,
another three. She brings her total up to 19. Great shot by her. She's had a wonderful night, but this has to be one of the best games, if not the best game, that I've seen Selena King play in.
How about we have Kozel and King three-point contest
Yeah.
after the game, just for grins.
Freeberg looks, but she'll find Russell up top, goes to Gerber. Gerber finds Voskuhl. Voskuhl with a nice move, kind of wraps herself around, uses that height to her advantage.
Voskuhl classic post up, and then used her quickness to get around instead of her strength.
Simon looks to drive. She'll kick out to Munez. Munez with the air ball. Nice weak side rebound box out from Freeberg.
Perfect position for Freeberg. Stuck with it even with the girl draped on her back and drew the foul.
Andrews and number 23, McCall, for the Hornets will come back in with about 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. 76-44 in favor of the Dutch still. Andrews will guard King. Wide open Gerber from the top of the key, and she'll find it.
We're just looking at the scoreboard. I think we got to get Gerber and Freeberg to get a shot, and there was Gerber's.
Munez will take the ball up the court.
I just love that, though, Carly. You know, she's hardly taking a shot. She's been out on the floor, but the first time she's wide open, you know, the confidence. And, yep, it's my turn to take the shot. Knocks it down. Love that kind of confidence and that recognition that Gerber had on that play. Oh, got to walk. Yeah.
Again, will kind of get tripped up as she walks.
Selena got caught in midair and the ball in the wrong hand, and crowd's giving her a nice round of applause for how hot she was during that stretch that she was on the floor. Seriously, Coach Mo's got to be pleased after this game. He goes, when he'll look at how many minutes Selena played and what she contributed,
Right.
What another wonderful chess piece to add to his armory when he goes into more of the MIAA play.
Swift and Mormon will come back into the game.
Yep.
As Kozel looks for another three off the mark, Swift will rebound. She looks to move, pushes it up to Mormon. Mormon finds Voskuhl, who just runs the court so beautifully and finds those pockets. She won't make it, but she'll draw the foul.
I'm telling you, when your bigs run like that, it's such an advantage. And Voskuhl literally sprinted the length of the floor to beat her girl down to that post position and draw the foul. That's just exciting stuff.
Yeah, we have Frankie Buchanan, who's a preseason All-American this season. And I got to believe when Voskuhl's a junior, she's probably going to be in – I'm not the person that decides that or have any say in any of that, but the way that Voskuhl's played in her freshman year and just the few months that we've had her here, yeah, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with when she's older.
Oh, Carly, this team in 2 years, I'm telling you, it's almost worth you going to school for an extra year just to be around to watch them, because they're going to be really something in 2 years.
80?
I mean, they're undefeated right now. What are we complaining about? I mean,
exactly.
This is, for as many freshmen and sophomore as Coach Mo's playing, that's really unthinkable.
It's incredible, yeah. Munez with the ball, 15 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Skips out to Kozel. Kozel will look for the shot a little bit short. Voskuhl using her height to tip it off to Russell. Russell pushes it up to Swift. Swift will drive against Andrews and Munez. Munez will get the rebound, and she'll take her turn to push the ball up the court.
One of the few times that Kazoo's pushing it, Kozel must have a clock in her head. She's got to get shots up per minute in here. That time she got bailed out on her drive. She really didn't have anything, but she was savvy enough to draw the foul.
That foul will be on number 10, Tolbert. Kozel gets the first to fall, brings her total up to 20. Thomas will sub back into the game, and looks like there's a sub waiting for Kozel. Kozel will take a deep breath, big bend, and she'll go 2 for 2, and she'll give herself a sub as number 4. Alexis Dietz will come into the game.
Not going to be able to sit Kozel long. She has almost half their points, so when she comes off the floor, the offense takes a big loss for the KZoo.
A lot of movement from the Dutch. Tolbert looks to drive. Looks like we're going to have a foul.
It was on the floor. It wasn't on the shot, so we'll be taking it out of bounds underneath.
It's going to be on number 4, Alexis Dietz. That's her first foul, and Mormon will take the ball out on the baseline. Looks a little bit stuck, but she'll find Thomas. Thomas get past a Mormon who kind of snuck her way out from the baseline. Good rebound from Gerber off the shot to keep it alive, and Tolbert will take a shot. She fouls her shot, and
yep, she pushed in the back, so they're going to get Tolbert with the foul.
Good hustle from the Dutch to try to keep that alive.
It was a nice little out-of-bounds play. I think the last option was Mormon coming off and looking at that three-pointer, and she got a good look at it.
Muniz against Tolbert. She'll go baseline, help from Thomas. She'll bounce past it. Movement, and Dietz will get her first points of the game, and she'll get a nice 2-pointer.
Yeah, that drive made the defense react, and a couple quick passes, and a nice open look for KZoo.
Ball down in the paint. Dietz will strip up Thomas, but Thomas will remain with control. She finds Swift, who drives a little too far underneath the basket.
Thomas showing her strength there to get that ball back from the guards digging it out down low.
Russell, King, and Freeburg will find their way back into the game with 3:30 left to go. 80-48 in favor of the Dutch.
Well, as hot as Selena is, we got a shot at getting 90 points today with 3 minutes to go.
This ball's driven by McCall, stripped up from the Dutch. King will look to push a little bit. She finds Freeburg in the corner. Freeburg will drive.
Let's get this one. All right.
She'll draw the foul, and Freeburg, a senior here, has paid her dues in this Hope College program. Has not had a lot of playing minutes, but has definitely worked so hard in practice, and definitely a huge member of this Hope team. So exciting to see her here out on the court.
Let's hope Vanessa gets a point here to get on the board.
Entering the lineup for Kalamazoo, number 21, Juanito Ledesma.
We're going to see Ledesma will come back into the game. Excuse me, that will be her first appearance in the game. And Freeburg will get a point, which is always exciting to see.
Is that everybody? We got to check that, Carly.
I think Randall might.
Oh.
I don't know if Randall has a point, but I could be very wrong. It looks like, yep, Heather Randall is the only one that has not scored.
Okay. 14 players who score. That's something else.
Good rebound from Andrews as she keeps it alive. Muniz will kind of lose control, and Gerber will take it away. She'll look to slow things up to King. King finds Freeburg. Freeburg wide open from the three, and she gets it to fall.
Hey, how many times have you seen somebody make a shot at the free throw line and then suddenly they got the feeling? Beautiful shot by Vanessa.
And love the support from the bench, and now everyone gets up, and always
Absolutely.
exciting to see that support.
Yeah.
84-48. Muniz against Russell.
Double
Gerber
team.
with the hedge, but the Hornets will stay alive. Fake shot off the mark, rebounded again, and looks like Ledesma will try to keep it alive but can't.
KZoo still keeping up with the effort. They are not backing down. That's luck.
So a little bit antsy move on the Dutch's part, but number 12, Abby O'Keefe will come into the game, as well as Vasco will have another appearance, giving Gerber a break.
So I don't think KZoo's got anyone taller than 5'8" on the floor. And you got Vasco and Thomas in there for Hope.
That's an old drive, can't get it to go. Thomas with a rebound. King looks to push.
Oh, she's going to pull
She
it up.
wants the three,
Boom.
and she won't get it.
Anticipated that one a little bit too much. That was your heat check right there.
Yep.
No passing
A little bit
on
rushed.
that offensive end. Yeah, but, hey, if you've made 5 of them, yeah,
I think you deserve that right at least once.
Absolutely. I would have been pulling up from the anchor if it was me.
Dietz up top. She'll find McCall. They find O'Keefe on the baseline, and Thomas with a pretty nice block, but she'll get called for the foul.
I shouldn't react like that because Thomas was slow on the defense and put herself into a bad spot. But then with her length, that was a clean block. But she let her girl get around her and get position on her, and then tried to bail herself out with her length.
Gerber will come back into the game. Give Thomas a rest. Big bend for O'Keefe, and she'll sink the second. King takes the ball up. She finds Russell. Russell drives.
Yes.
Russell, beautiful move, but can't find the backboard. Freeberg keeping the ball alive. Gerber will take her chance at the drive. Same clank. Rebound from O'Keefe, and the Hornets will come away.
Russell didn't get her shoulders squared up to the backboard on her drive. That makes a nice block there.
Out of bounds, it will stay with the Hornets. Ledsma on the baseline, looking for her options. Finds O'Keefe. O'Keefe goes through her hands, but Andrews will cover. Andrews goes for the three off the mark.
By default, yeah.
Right.
Defense fell off of her and she found herself open, but it was rushed.
Freeberg will slow it up, finds King. 30 seconds left to go, 84-49. Hope in control. A little bit difference between the game clock and the shot clock, so Hope will have to take a shot. 10 seconds left to go on the clock, shot clock.
Right.
Russell with the ball. She'll drive.
One
Can't
on,
finish, doesn't.
shoot. 1 on 4. You could see that intensity was lacking net possession as they were trying to run some clock. But Russell went 1 on 4 there. That's not what you want.
So shot clock will be shut off as this game's winding down. Looks like Ledsma will take the last shot. Doesn't get it to fall. And folks, that'll do it here for DeVos Fieldhouse. Hope Flying Dutch come away 84-49 against the Kalamazoo Hornets, who really put up one heck of a fight today. A lot of energy and just a lot of great ball from the Hornets as well. A little bit of an update from your Hope Kalamazoo men's matchup. Hope is up 72-64 with about 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to go, and they are in Kalamazoo for that game. So as we said, rivalry week is next week, so please join us again as next week's kind of our West Michigan favorite week of the year. Hope men play Calvin on Wednesday, January 10, and Hope women will play the Calvin women on January 13th, that Saturday. So thank you again for joining us tonight. Dad, thanks for being with me.
Absolutely, Carly. Had a blast as always. Love being at DeVos.
Always a pleasure. Hopefully we'll see you guys next time, and roll Dutch.